connect and get their cup of coffee and do whatever you need to do. Use the ladies' room. That's what I just did. I was like, ooh, every time I have to go to a meeting, I'm like immediately like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom as soon as I start recording. I
Naturally.
I have no idea what that is. So just a couple of what's the right word? Housekeeping things. Just remember to mute yourself. It's very distracting when we have background noises. So if you don't mute yourself, I'll mute you, which sounds so evil, but is actually just housekeeping stuff. Um, we're gonna get started in just another minute. So like I said, sit, relax, take a second. We have some fabulous information for you today, and we'll get there in a minute. I have to figure this out.
You just let me know when you're ready.
Absolutely, I will. Uh, All right, we've got 36 participants in the chat right now, so I think it's a good time to get started. That's a fabulous number. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our member services chat for different vendors after the flaming disaster that is Baker and Taylor. My name is Erin Hughes. I'm the director over at the Woodridge Memorial Library. I'm here with Matt Latham, who's my fabulous co-chair for the Member Services Committee. We've done these, we did the first one, I think, yesterday, and we've got a few more set up. So this is pretty much a conversation between us and Barnes and Noble bulk purchasing. What we're going to do is we're going to watch Teresa, who is from Barnes and Noble. We're going to watch her presentation and a little demo. Then we'll have time for Q&A. I'll be moderating the chat, so to just make sure that we don't have duplicated questions. And if anybody has questions, you can either raise your hand or put them in the chat, and we will try to get to them during our Q&A session. So just a reminder that if you haven't already, while she's speaking, please mute yourself so that we don't have background noises. Otherwise, I will mute you, okay? And so with all of that said, I'd like to introduce Teresa from Barnes& Noble. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Erin. Thank you to you and everyone for inviting us. I look forward to answering your questions and having you learn more about Barnes & Noble bulk purchasing and what we can do for your libraries. We appreciate everybody's time today. My name is Teresa Murray. I'm your local rep here in New Jersey, and I'm joined by my colleague, Megan Harned, who's here to also answer any questions and just a wealth of knowledge to help us out. I'm going to show you a short presentation with some of the details that I know you're all anxious to learn about. And then I will give you a short demo on our e-commerce site, Classwork, so you can learn how that works. So I'll get started here. What you can expect from us are competitive discounts. So you'll receive 20 to 35% off most titles, personalized service, and reliable fulfillment. We're here in New Jersey. We have our warehouse is here in New Jersey, and we're close to the publishers. So we know we can serve you quickly and efficiently. You will have 3 ways to purchase with us. You can order online on Classwork. It's our e-commerce site built just for libraries, schools, nonprofits, and it's available to you 24/7. You receive your discounted pricing as well as tracking, and you can also order directly through your dedicated Barnes & Noble representative. That would be me. And you can also shop your local Barnes & Noble store. If you're comfortable shopping in store, you can partner with me, partner with the store. You're welcome to go in and do your shopping. Some
So
additional
Teresa, just really
yes.
quick, is that your dog in the background?
Yes, apologies.
Can we see him later?
Yes, you
Okay,
can.
thank you. That
I
was
have
my
3, but I'm only going to show 1.
that was my like
Because
big important question. I feel like that's like the bringing cupcakes of Zoom meetings. So yeah, we're gonna need to see your puppy.
yes,
So
I will come around to all the libraries. He's very tiny. I'll bring him along with me, and we can all have some fun.
Okay. All
Books
right,
and
keep going. We're here for
okay.
it.
All right, some additional benefits. As I mentioned, major publishers and localized service. You can shop in store with open POs. If you do author events, book clubs, we can help you supply your books for those. If you need incentive prizes for summer reading programs, such as bookmarks, pens, plush toys, anything like that. And you can do your media purchasing, CDs, DVDs, things like that, all through your local Barnes & Noble store. Plus, we have books for multilingual readers. Classwork has a language filter with over 100 plus languages. We offer high-low and dyslexia-friendly books, phonics books, kits and bundles, ECBAR titles, some of which you see here. So we have a lot to offer for every reader. So some of the details here, your discounts on bulk purchases, there's no minimum order. So between $1 and $1,000, you receive a 20% off list price. $1,000 to $5,000 is 30% off list price, and orders over $5,000 are 35% off list price. There's also 10% off toys and games, excluding Legos. The toys and games are not available through our e-commerce site, but you can shop those in store. Online shopping via Classwork is free shipping for orders over $500. And for local shopping, you can use an open purchase order, pay by credit card. And your access to store sales means that the best pricing applies. So if you're getting a better sale price in the store than you would get through your regular bulk discounting, you can have that applied as well. And here's my contact information. So reach out to me. To be set up on our e-commerce site, you will need to have a Barnes & Noble account so that we can apply your tax exemption. Some of you are already working with me. For those who are not, please reach out with an email. I can check to see if there's an existing account number for your library. And it's a quick setup after that. We'll get you going, get you shopping. Please also follow us on Instagram. You can follow me and you can follow Barnes & Noble Classwork. And Barnes & Noble Classwork on Instagram does a lot of great author live events, which would be really great for you. You can share with your patrons. They might find them interesting. Recently, we had Mitch Albom, which was really fascinating and wonderful. And that's it for some of the details. And now I'm going to show you give me 1 second to figure this. We are going to share a little Classwork demo. Are you still seeing this, Erin?
I see your contact info. I don't see the classroom demo.
All right, let me.
And I just want to let everyone know that we will be doing questions and answers after these little presentations. So I'm not ignoring you in the chat.
Yeah, there were some questions that I realized I didn't answer. So we will definitely get to those.
We have some time, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah. All right, let me. There we go. Let's try this. Okay.
Ah, I see it now. Good.
There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start this.
Open house. I know you guys are all librarians, so I want to
just want to pause a minute. This was originally created for school librarians, but most of it applies. And for points that don't, I will talk you through the rest.
be very timely about you getting back to your collections and your students, but I just wanted to be able to showcase Barnes & Noble Classwork. Classwork is a fantastic tool. It is a communication tool directly with me and your local Barnes & Noble store. And it is a purchasing portal where we can create your quotes, we can create your orders, and you can track all of those. So it goes hand in hand, which makes it very different than, say, bn.com or placing it through the store. This is a comprehensive tool. So if you haven't already, go ahead and log in to Classwork. I will send you an access invitation if that is something that we need to follow up on. And when you first do this, please bookmark this. You're going to want to make sure you have this handy and ready on your web browser so you can come back in the future nice and easy. So we'll go ahead and get logged in here. And ta-da, here we are in Classwork. We keep this all updated. So these carousels change occasionally. We've got educational books, professional development for your teacher trainings, great stories that feature animals. If you are not already following us on BN Classwork on Instagram, please go do so, because that's where we're going to be having additional content, where we have Instagram lives with authors. We are talking with fellow booksellers about their favorite things to read. And it just gives some really great details on promotions and sales and books that we want to make sure are on your radar. And as you scroll down, you can see it's a really basic, simple site. The first thing that I want to show you is looking at your account. When you come on up here, you're going to click account. And this is where all of your information will be. So you can add addresses for the various schools that you are shipping to. If you're at a district level, you can have all your different schools right in here and they're saved. You can also store credit cards. So you can have a secure file of credit cards. That way, when you're ready to place your order, it makes shopping that much simpler. With Classwork, you can have as many lists as your heart desires. So the great thing, since you're librarians, is I'm sure you get students who are constantly asking you for, can we get this book for the library? Oh, I really want to read this book. And you end up having sticky notes and scratch pads and all of the things. You could then create a cart and have all of your student requested titles. You could have a basket for all of the books that you anticipate purchasing for fall semester, for spring semester, for various programs in your school. It gives you a way to be very organized, and you can have an endless number of baskets. And then we also have requests for quotes. So any of the ones that you are in communication with me that we need to do a little bit more research on, you're going to find those listed here. And then this is your order history. So anytime that you have placed an order or you've started an order and haven't been able to finish the purchasing piece of it, all of that will be right here, and it'll showcase which step you stopped on, and it'll pick up from that exact same spot. So this is kind of our account maintenance area. When we come back by clicking the logo, we get back to our screen. We can either search for an individual product. If we have the ISBN, we all know that that is always very, very handy, since the same title can end up having multiple different editions. Or if you're looking for general categories, those are all going to be on this side. So for now, we're just going to look at some general categories. We're going to go to kids because we're elementary librarians, and we're going to come in here. If you wanted to see all of the kid categories, you can click kids. Or if there was something very specific, you were trying to fill a gap in your collection, you could come right in here and start looking for that. So we're actually going to come over here to science and technology because we're looking to bolster our computer science. We have a hidden little fun feature. So when you log in, I want everybody to go to a category. I'll send you instructions, but go to categories, pick a category. This little funnel, click it. Unhide it. We want you to be able to see all of this really good information. Once you've clicked it, it's going to permanently stay there, so you'll never have to worry about it again. Every time you log in, you'll have your filters. But the great thing about filters is that we can filter by language. So we can look for science and technology titles that are in Spanish. We can look at science and technology for further categories. So again, we are looking for some computer science. So we can click that, and now all of our books and content are going to include computer science pieces. And then you can click further. Say, I want Spanish. Now you have 21 books, all curated right here through the filter system to be able to help you look for what it is that you need for your classroom collections. If you know exactly what it is that you are looking for, say you are a high school librarian, for example, and you know the ISBN, You can go ahead and type that in right here and pull up the exact copy that you're looking for. By clicking View Details, it shows you all of the extra little tidbits of the story, what it's about, publication date, hardcover, tells you a little bit more about the individual book, and then you can add those to a cart. Now, let's talk about actually creating a cart. So as you are shopping, you can create, again, as many carts as you'd like. I have several here already that I'll be showing you in a little bit, but we're going to make a new cart. So you'll click this button, click Create New List, and you can title it however way you want. So we are going to showcase this as a and then create. And now you are able to add the copies that you need to your cart. And then if we come back up here to shopping lists, we are then able to see all of our shopping lists. We want to be able to click View Details because we're ready to move on with this purchase. The great thing about this is that it's going to give you all the information you need to know at the very get-go right here. So you need your 10 copies of Passing. It's going to ship in about 1 to 2 days. You go ahead and click Create Itemized Price List, and it will walk you through the checkout process. But sometimes it's not that straightforward. So if we come here, we're going to look at one of these that I've got. Oh, this is again, fully available. We go ahead and place this right directly through here. Again, we use this as a communication tool between me and the local store. But if we are looking at, let's try this one. Sometimes it needs just a little bit of extra help. So sometimes we are going to have a little bit longer shipping just because we need to get those books to you. But then sometimes we still need to partner with the store. So that's where you're going to see these request assistance labels on your order. You just click this request assistance icon. It then directly notifies me and your book selling team that, hey, I need some help. And then we go ahead and walk you through that process. Typically what we'll have you do is create a second basket, click these ones off. I'll give you the instructions on how to merge a basket, how to move things to another basket, but you'll remove those into a separate one. That way you can go ahead and make your purchases on the ones that are available and not hold up too long because we want to get those books in your hands. So again, we have a variety of ways to be able to organize all of our carts, but we also have a variety of ways to pay for your cart. So if we go ahead and click Create Itemized Price List, once you have saved your billing information and your shipping information, it'll go through a lot faster. So the first time you may need to go ahead and edit this, put all your information in, and you'll just click through each of the pieces. So we'll verify this. It's thinking. And this is information that you always want to be mindful of. Anything that is $500 or less does have a shipping fee to it, which I definitely always recommend that we are able to compile more orders. So if you've got a colleague who is looking for 1 or 2 professional development titles, stick it on there. And then that way it's going to help add up. But if you need it quickly, then we can go ahead and process it this way. All right, so you have a couple options. You can use a card, but if you're not paying with a card, you just scroll on down. You can use a gift card or a purchase order. If you are using a purchase order, it's not going to be here where you put that purchase order number. You're going to click Continue. And this is where you will put your PO number. And if you are leveraging a contract number, like an AEPA contract number or buy board, go ahead and put that number right here as well. And then you will be able to, if you need to have this be approved by an office manager or another admin, you'll request order approval and it will move on to them. If you have the approval to finalize the order, it will allow you to finalize that order. And then you will have books on their way to you pretty quickly. There are so many other things that I can show you, but in lieu of time, that is just the quick overview of what it is to be able to interact with classwork. Again, it is a tool that we use to communicate with each other. So I see when you log in, I see when you're creating carts, I can offer recommendations right there in the moment, and then you're able to reach out to me anytime that you click request assistance or help or anything like that. It notifies me. There's no chat bots, there's no call centers. It is human interaction via the internet and an online platform. So thank you so much. As we get some of your lists, I'll go ahead and introduce you to some of those additional features. Thank you so much.
Teresa, it looks like you're muted.
Okay, there we are.
Perfect.
Thanks, Megan. Okay, everyone. So I hope that was helpful. A little bit of classwork. And so your other questions, I know there were two big questions besides the discount and the shipping, which were regarding new releases. So that is, we've received a lot of feedback about the new releases. I know how everyone's been working with Baker and Taylor previously. So right now, aside from a few strict SOS books, most of the books are available before publishing dates. So they'll ship out as soon as the store or the warehouse has the books in stock. We are aware that you want to get them a few days ahead of time. There is an affidavit in talks about something to hopefully move forward in that regard. So as soon as we have additional information, we will share it with everyone. And the other one was about book jackets. Right now, there is we received that feedback as well. We do not accommodate book jacketing at this time. If there's any change in that or any discussion about it, of course, I will follow up and let everyone know.
Okay, thank you so much for that. That was super informative, and I love that we were able to actually see the platform. Now, I know that was mainly directed for school librarians, but I'm assuming there's an adult version of this where you can,
Yes.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
good.
so there's categories similar to BN.com, but geared towards schools, libraries, nonprofits, corporate.
Gotcha. Okay. So one of the questions that was in the chat was how an open PO works, and we did get a little bit of that in the classroom situation, but my specific questions in my head are how to submit our tax exempt forms and how to set up PO approval.
That all goes through me.
Okay.
So there's a short application for setting up a new account. A lot of libraries I found already have existing accounts, but they're dormant. So we just have to fill out the application. I think I sent it to you and Matt last week. Maybe not. It's a short application process. It takes a couple of days just to get an account number. Once the account number is set up, I can set you up for shopping, classwork, and tax exemption in the platform. Does take a couple of extra days, but everything will go through me.
Okay, so we would basically just reach out to you to get that process started.
Reach out to me. I'm going to put my email in the chat for anyone who wants to. I'll first check to see if there's an existing account. If there is, the application is the same. You just have to fill out less if it's a dormant account.
Gotcha. Okay. So while you do that, one of the other questions that we had received right before we started was whether or not you guys have AYAT, which in Baker and Taylor land was automatically yours, which is like if you make a list, let's say you want to purchase every single James Patterson that comes out, that they will automatically send it to you. Is that an option with Barnes and Noble?
Not at this time. Megan, do you have any additional information on that one?
We don't, but we are actively reviewing that feedback. You are not the first librarian who was using that service from Barnes & Noble. In the interim, what we can do is provide you with quick upload forms to sort of auto-populate all the newest titles by author in that classwork feature. In the upper right corner, there's that. So we can send out a Google Sheet or an Excel file so that each individual librarian doesn't have to type in those same most popular books or books by that author. So we're happy to help in that way, make it.
Okay, that seems fairly equitable for now, at least until, I mean, you guys must be facing a deluge of us, so we're trying to be patient.
It's a fluid, yes, it's a fluid
Yeah,
situation that we're all
okay.
trying to grasp.
What is your dog's name? I must know.
This is Piggy.
Hi. Hi, buddy. Okay, sorry. Like
That's
I
all
said,
right.
it's like the cupcakes of a Zoom meeting. The last question that I have in the chat, and please guys, if you have questions, like now is your time. So like get in there. From Lisa is the shipping time comparable to when you order items on a personal account, or is it faster?
It's comparable for sure. When you go into classwork, there's two options if the book is available to ship. You'll see ships in 1 to 2 days, and you'll see ships in 10 to 15 days. So ships in 1 to 2 days is comparable to ordering on bn.com. It's given priority and ships right away. Because we are in New Jersey and our biggest warehouse is in New Jersey in Monroe, just 20 miles south of us, you'll get them very quickly.
That is awesome. Just to, while we're still talking about shipping, what are the shipping costs if you don't meet that $500 threshold?
It's $4.99 for the is it $4.99 or $5.99, Megan?
$4.99 for the
Yeah,
first
for the
book,
first book.
and then 99 cents for each book after that going to that unique delivery location.
Okay.
But as you librarians know, you order books so often, you blink an eye and you're at the minimum, particularly if you're a youth services librarian or ordering hardcovers. So we're not hearing a lot of feedback that that's been a preventative, because you're usually purchasing in batches.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have two similar questions from Dumont and North Arlington, so I'm sort of going to mash them up together. Can you explain how in-store purchasing works with a PO and how to actually go to a store to buy books? Like if we're buying from our local B&N on our account, like what do we need to show them ID or like what the?
You can partner with me if you are planning to go ahead of time. I partner with me and I will call the local store and let them know that you're on your way and that you will be purchasing with the PO. So they'll have you all set up. I have your tax exempt forms already. I can send those to the store for you. And if they have staff available, they'll have someone there to help you and to ring you out and put on your purchase order. I saw one also about open POs. So yeah, if you have a PO, $5,000 and you just want to spend a little bit here, a little bit there on different visits, you can do that as well. And you're only
Okay, so
invoiced as they're shipped.
essentially you're like our clinch pen. Like we're going to be bothering you specifically. So yay. Thank you, Teresa. We appreciate it.
I will do my best. You also have the support of the store teams. Each individual store has someone there. So between us, we work together to support all our librarians.
Yeah, but you're the one we're going to be bothering. Isn't that fun? The next couple of questions,
like
do you supply
librarians.
large print books? Do you
Yes,
guys have
we
a good
do.
selection of large print?
Yes, we do. And that is also a filter in classwork.
Awesome. Is there an alert to let you know if you've previously purchased an item? Because as you know, like a lot of librarians, we have like 6 different people doing ordering. So,
Right. No, we don't have that.
okay. So you're
I've
just
heard
gonna have
that
to check the
feedback,
Buckles
though.
website, which is a pain in the
Yeah.
tush. But as a part of feedback, I would say you should probably look into that because it can't be that difficult with the way you guys have your filters set up to add that in.
Right.
I
Yeah.
would think. This is from Dumont. Corinne says, is the $500 minimum for free shipping, does it require that the books are all shipping at the same time? What if your cart is full of pre-orders that ship at all different times?
Then the free shipping still applies as long as the full cart is $500 or more. Yes, it's all one order.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions for these lovely ladies who've been helping us out so nicely? Okay, if you all stay quiet, I'll let you go to lunch. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
Erin,
Tina,
You all know,
Actually,
you
I
all
have
know
a
about those
question.
steps.
I'm sorry.
what?
I just didn't know how to like word it, so that's why I'm Michelle. So I need approval from the manager. So how does it work when when I saw on the video? Do you put in an email or something, or how does it work?
So if you're working in classwork and you need approval for your PO, we do have 2 approval levels in there. So I set up everyone in classwork, and I can set you up as an approver or a non-approver. So as a non-approver, you can create baskets and you could submit them to your manager for approval, and your manager would be set up as approval. And once it's approved, your manager would enter the PO number to place the order. And when that happens, you, as the person who set up the order, would receive the confirmation email that your order's been placed, and you would see
Public
the
library, how may I
tracking,
help you?
and the shopping list would
You
still
can.
be under your account. And your manager is simply just facilitating the order to be processed.
Okay.
Does that answer your
Corinne,
question?
oh, yeah, sorry, Michelle. Does that answer it for you?
So yeah, another thing is I have the application here, and when it comes, the application says trade references. What do you mean by that?
Anyone that you do business with currently. It doesn't have to be another book vendor. It could be anyone. If you're working with Staples or a local hardware store, send me your email address. I can check to see if you already have an account set up for your
No, I
library.
don't. I already talked to you. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
So it's another question is, so who should make the account? Should I make the account or should the manager?
The director or the manager should sign it, but you can certainly fill out the application if you have the information.
Okay. No, what I'm afraid of is like, let's say I leave the position, like I don't want, I want the next person to be able to have the account for the library. So that's what.
Well, the actual account for the library is the library's account, but the classwork account, is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay, then we can just set up a new person on the account.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That was like future wise. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
All
Right,
right.
that
thank
was actually really great. So there's no like administrative pain to this really. It's just like the library itself. Okay,
Mhm.
that's how it works. That's how it works. Corinda asked, are the books covered? Is there an option for that service? I know that you mentioned that there isn't one right now, but does right now mean we're looking toward that in the future?
It's in talks. We've heard all the feedback, so we don't know what's going to come of that. I don't know that we'll ever be able to cover them, but maybe there's something else we can do to help accommodate the libraries. We're very aware of what you guys need from the feedback we've received. So we're just seeing what we can accommodate with, what we have available.
Okay, and this is more of a comment than a question. It says, just wanted to say Teresa really helped me order bulk books last April. She helped us get the books even though it was last minute. She's great.
Thanks. Who is
So
that?
That's Joey at I think it's Cliffside Park.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
So
Joey
it's
had a big author event. I remember. Thanks, Joey.
So it's always a good thing. Does anybody else have any questions for these wonderful folks?
Yeah, just
Okay,
keep in
so
mind you have not just me and classwork, but you have the stores. Everyone loves shopping in the stores.
Sorry.
Use it.
Another question
use it to
again,
your
just because I need to go.
oh, I'm
to the
sorry, real quick,
manager.
Michelle, just start one more time for me, honey.
I'm sorry, I just have another question, just because I need to go through a manager. The bank references. So I just, I don't know if I should fill in like the manager with this. That's why the bank references. So, the manager should fill that out. I'm really confused with like, I'm afraid of like.
That's okay. If you want to contact me separately, you can email me today. We can go through it together.
Yeah, I was going to suggest that too, Michelle. This sounds like you're getting into the nitty gritty, which is awesome, and we love to see it.
Yeah.
But
or if you have an accountant that handles your billing, they would probably be able to assist with that as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, girl, please. That's literally, this is the whole
You're probably
thing.
not the
So
only one with the question.
We love questions. We're big fans. But anybody else before we go? Okay.
Megan,
Now,
you
a
think we
reminder
covered
that
everything that they need to know?
I do,
I think-
Erin and Matt, I just wanted to say, I think one of the most exciting things about this opportunity is furthering book love in the community, right? That is really having a librarian. We call them grown-up field trips, right? So come into your local store, be inspired by the displays. I mean, we are there to help get books in people's hands, very much like you are. So we absolutely welcome that. There were a lot of questions in the chat about shopping in the store or an open PO. We sometimes call that an umbrella PO, where you're saying, okay, well, of my quarterly or annual budget, I'd like to allocate this much for this sort of inspiring experience to be able to walk in a store. And whether that's for books for circulation, or it could even be for hands-on materials for a youth area. My local library happens to check out puzzles. I think it's brave of them to do that, because I can't imagine they come back complete very often. But any of those hands-on things, shopping in the store is a great way to do that. Again, just sort of full circle. We are a wonderful combination of the platform, the Classwork website, the history and processes to make all of these orders smooth, but also your local bookstore, right? Your local place to pop in and grab that pumpkin latte and just be inspired by books.
Yeah, just as Lisa said in the chat, I think we're all already there a little too much.
I saw that.
My Barnes
And
and
you always
Noble
have a
people know
person
me.
to call.
They know me by my first name. I walk in and I'm known as librarian. So
Love
What's
it.
your
okay.
favorite store? Where do you
my
shop?
favorite sport, Clifton. I'm a Clifton girly.
Okay.
I used to work at Riverside Square Mall, so I would always go to the one in Hackensack.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
now I'm a
that's one of
Clifton
my
girly.
stores.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you always have a person to speak to. If you run into any issues, any problems, you just pick up the phone or shoot me an email, and I'm here to help. And
All
if I
right. So it
can't
looks
help,
like we
I'll
have
find someone who does.
one tiny last question over from Bergenfield. Just thought of a question. Do you sell Wonder Books or a similar type of the book with audio?
No. Do we have, we don't sell,
Is
we
the
have
Wonder Book
audio
kind
books
of,
in store, but
we have books on CD, right?
Yeah.
So, but are you thinking more of like a playaway book where you
Yeah,
have,
like a Playaway or a
right.
Vox, I would think something like that.
You know, we've been asked that a few times. I myself have not placed any orders for those for librarians. So let's look into that,
Me
and
either.
Teresa can update everyone.
yeah.
Okay.
I've heard that come up as well,
Mhm.
but yeah, I haven't done that. I've had a few requests for CDs and that type of media, but not the audios yet.
Another question that comes up a lot, I know Teresa, you did mention it, the Everyone Can Be a Reader series. So some of the books like Hilo books or phonics sets, I happen to just have one here. I'm not certain if your library is set up to do that, but a couple of libraries that we're working with are putting these in a checkout kit so that families can work on emerging readers and phonics and decodables at home, reinforcing what's going on with the kids' schools. So that's another option too. And those are items that you might not see at your local Barnes & Noble. So if there are any specialty order items like that, just reach out to Teresa.
Yeah, I was a purchaser for my children's department for many years, and I ordered Bob books, and I would hole punch them and put them into CD cases. And I had just done like 6 different sets, and then they released ones that had pre-punched. I was like,
The Bob books were
Oh.
great.
Genius.
that being
Yes, and
that
there are
being
so many
said,
more
yeah,
books if in that realm as well, ones that are specific to children with dyslexia, ones that have really high interest representational characters. So we've gone a little bit beyond Bob. I love the Bob. My kids got to color them when they mastered them. Remember, they were just the simple black and white.
yeah,
But
yeah,
the industry has kind of caught up with that, responding to the known need for more
yeah.
phonics.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that is it for us. So I just really want to thank you guys for coming and talking to us about all of this. We really appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll be bombarding you guys with questions that we think of immediately after we close the Zoom, because that's usually when I think of my questions. But it was really pleasant. And thank you so much for coming, giving us this information. We really do appreciate it. And if anybody needs anything, you can feel free to reach out to me, to Matt, to Teresa. We're all here for you. So come and
Yeah,
chat with us if
please.
you need to.
We look
Okay.
forward to, we look forward to partnering with you and helping you build your book collections and serving your patrons. And if there's anything you're not sure about what we offer, just give a call.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great
Thanks, Erin.
afternoon. Rock and roll. We'll see you next time.
Thanks,
Yes.
everyone.
Thank